What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We got to talk about the New Orleans Pelicans, man. They have all the potential in the world, or so we thought. Zion Williamson, generational talent, so we thought. But unfortunately, the man could just not keep up a conditioning basis, or whatever you want to call it. He just can't stay in shape. It has not worked out. And the Pelicans are really starting to leak out stuff to the media about how frustrated they are with Zion Williamson. And obviously, if you've seen him play this year, and I've heard him talk or just seen him on the court. Stephen A. Smith had a little bit of a funny video about Zion Williamson. It's just been a problem, man. It really has. So I wonder if there's ever a point where the Pelicans are just going to give up on this and just give up on Zion and trade him while they can. I don't know if they're going to, but it might get there. So today what we're going to do is a trading Zion Williamson New Orleans Pelicans rebuild. Before we get in today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, drop a comment. What should the Pelicans do with Zion Williamson? Should they just go ahead and keep holding out hope for this guy, or should they just cut their losses? Because unfortunately, the man, of course, has had health issues, and now it's just the conditioning thing. Dramas off the court. There's just been a lot of problems when it comes to Zion Williamson. Obviously, you know what you get if it all works out, but it just hasn't yet. And yeah, I'm not really sure what the Pelicans should do, so I would love to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But with that being said, I already went ahead and traded Zion Williamson because obviously I could see this maybe going down at the deadline. But if I simulate to the deadline, we all know how good the Pelicans are in 2K. They're going to do good, and we're going to be like above 500 by like 17 games, and it wouldn't make a bunch of sense. So I traded him right now. Obviously, I traded him to the most obvious destination, that being the Knicks. The Knicks have assets, and obviously they have RJ Barrett. There's a connection there. I don't know if it'd be like Zion for RJ. That could make some sense, but this is the trade I did. Also, is Zion's which by the way, it's not showing the full trade, so don't freak out just yet. But is Zion's obviously trade value diminished? Like, is it diminished with how he's looked this season, or just kind of the issues that have happened? I'm just not sure what his value really is anymore. So Zion Williamson and Larry Nance are heading to the Knicks for Immanuel Quickley, Evan Fournier, Mitchell Robinson, and 3 first-round picks. Is Zion still worth this? I have no idea, but I went ahead and did this trade. The Knicks keep RJ Barrett out of the talk, so he gets to reunite with RJ Barrett, plays with Julius Randle. Not really sure how they're going to make that work, but that's not my problem today. So we're going to go ahead and focus on the Pelicans side of things. Now, Brandon Ingram is the clear guy we are building around. We also got Immanuel Quickley as a really nice throw-in as a guard that we could re-sign, and maybe has our starting point guard. It just kind of depends on. Obviously, we have Jordan Hawkins and Dyson Daniels as well, who we're excited about. But I am going to go ahead and move Ingram to the 3. That way he can play the starting small forward spot, and we'll have his backup position be power forward. And then this is what it'll look like this year. So right now, if we went with what 2K suggests, it's CJ McCollum, Evan Fournier, Brandon Ingram, EJ Liddell, Mitch Robinson, and quickly Joe Val, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. So obviously there's a huge problem here. So I assume actually, maybe I didn't need to do that. Herb Jones would go down. And actually, we're going to move Brandon Ingram back to the 2, I guess. Brandon Ingram will still play the 2. I was going to play him at the 3, but I guess it makes more sense to have him play the 2. So 2K knows what he's doing. Or I guess this is Joe Kilmer share scenario, so maybe he did this. I don't know. But Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, and then Herb Jones will start. And then Trey Murphy, you can go ahead and start as well, which you're going to go down. But, I mean, I would rather have you start than some of these other options. So we're going to start Trey Murphy as well, and then it'll be something like this now. So CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Mitch Robinson, Immanuel Quickley, Joe Val, Jose Alvarado, Dyson Daniels, and Jordan Hawkins. That looks perfect to me. And then everyone else, yeah, that's fine. So I guess you could also have the option of trading Joe Val here too if you wanted to. Just obviously you got Mitch Robinson as a throw-in in that trade. And I don't think I plan on re-signing Joe Val, so let's go ahead and trade him as well and see what we can get for him while we're at this. Well, I guess we're not at the deadline, but you get what I'm saying. So the 76ers, I'm not sure why they'd line up for Joe Val too much. Miami, not really sure if there's a trade that makes a bunch of sense here for Joe Val, so I might have to wait. Nurkic, Naz Reid. Yeah, I think we might just roll with them. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it the way it is. We're going to simulate to the end of the season, and we're going to see how this team finishes out with no Zion Williamson for the rest of the year. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. The way Prize Picks works, they have all kinds of sports outside of just basketball. They got boxing, MMA, Call of Duty, if you wanted to go ahead, baseball or MLB season when it comes up, I guess. So obviously I think baseball is in the offseason if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, there's a lot of options here. You choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. If you think Bogdan's got, or Bojan is going to go over 20.5, click more on the projection. If you think Kuzma is going to go over 22.5, you simply click over or more on the projection. It's that simple. If you want to set prize picks, use code Crushables down in the description below. They match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. I've been using prize picks since 2021. I've loved every second of it. So go ahead, sign up for prize picks. Give yourself an extra sweat while you watch sports. And the tools I've been using on prize picks are DGF's correlation and optimizer tool. The way the correlation tool works is they simply give you the slips, you put them in. In football is very heavily correlated. This is how it works. I've had a bunch of these 6 for 6, but let's just go to this one for instance. So if Lamar Jackson and Trevor Lawrence are going to throw over their yards, then more than likely their receivers are going to benefit off that, right? With Calvin Ridley going over 52.5 as well, and Evan Ingram going over 47.5, which obviously for Trevor Lawrence to go over his yards, he'd have to do the receivers, and then for Ridley and Ingram to go over his yards, they have to get the catches from the quarterbacks. That's simple. Football is a very correlated sport, which is why this correlation tool works. It is up 632.8 units. I've been using this since August 18th. Not only do they have football here, they actually have CSGO on here as well, and they also have hockey as a correlated sport as well on here if you like that. And then on the optimizer tool, no value as of right now on the board, if I'm not, so there's really no value here right now. But the way it works is just it compares discrepancies across multiple sports books. If there is a obviously discounted price, then you're going to take advantage of that, and it'll simply tell you what to do. So right now there's like literally no plays that I'm seeing at the moment, unfortunately, to give you an example. But basically, let's say if Alperen Sengun's, maybe it was maybe his 3-pointers, or that's probably not a great example. Let's say Buddy Hield's rebounds and assists was at 8.5, right? And then obviously all the other sports books were at 7.5. Then obviously you take the under on prize picks because it's giving, it's wrong. The discrepancy is wrong. Basically, that's how it works. So if you want to check any of these tools out, use the code in the description below. Also, I have their YouTube channel down in the description below if you want to check out any of their videos to find out more about this stuff. They know more than me. So thank you to Prize Picks and DGF for sponsoring today's video. So Joel Embiid wins MVP. Vic is your Rookie of the Year. Naz Reid, 6-man. Claxton, Defensive Player. And Paul Reed, Most Improved. While Trae Young is your Clutch Player of the Year. And Nick Nurse is your Coach of the Year. So here's Joel Embiid first team with Embiid, Jokic, Durant, Giannis, LeBron James. All NBA second team, all NBA third team, all defensive first team, and all defensive second team. So we ended up finishing out as obviously the 4th seed in the West. So we actually did pretty decent for, trading away Zion Williamson. But Brandon Ingram led the way with 19. 16 from CJ McCollum, 14 from Mano Quickly, 13.5 from Trey Murphy, then 12 from EJ Liddell. And the Knicks are the 5th seed over there. So I don't know if we're going to win a championship this season. I'm not really banking on that, but we'll see how it goes. I'm also going to shrink bench utilization down quite a bit because there's no reason to have it this high. So yeah, that looks a little bit better. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Suns in round 1, and it's not looking good, and we're going to get eliminated in 6. So the Knicks are on to the second round with Zion, so I'm curious to see how they go. And they're in the conference finals, and they get beat by the Celtics in 7. But the Celtics go on to win the championship for the Lakers in 7. All right. Huge offseason. LeBron James going to retire a Laker. Let's go to the lottery. So draft lottery time. One thing we also have is picks. The Pelicans are not done with some of the future picks that they have. I think they have like Bucks and Lakers picks. So yeah, we have 26 and 27. We also have 24. So you have 3 firsts specifically in this draft. And then the Grizzlies are getting the #1 overall pick. That'd be pretty wild to think about. But what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and maybe make a big trade this offseason. Obviously, we're not looking to just bottom out and rebuild. We don't really have that in mind anymore. Like, that's not really what our intentions are. Obviously, we got assets to try to make a, flip of a trade. So we have 20. We actually have 4 first-round picks in this draft. So 4 firsts in this draft, and then future picks as well. So there's a lot of picks at our disposal that we can try to make a trade with. So right now, obviously, Brandon Ingram is playing the 2 or the 3, whatever we want to do. CJ is our point guard. Manu Quickly could be our point guard if we wanted to. Hawkins, Dyson Daniels. Those are all really good bench depth pieces. Ingram for sure is a starter. Robinson to me is for sure a starter. And then outside of that, I'm not really sure if we have like a bona fide starter, I should say. So I want to go ahead, and then Trey Murphy and Herb Jones are guys I do like a lot. But 2K doesn't really have them develop very well, which is why I really want to buy on someone. Like, I don't care who it is. There's not a position I'm looking for, but I want to make a big trade if I'm New Orleans. If I just traded Zion and we still have Ingram and some of these other guys here, let's keep going for it, man. So I'm going to figure out who we can go get. So I'm not going to lie, a lot of the options that we have at our disposal aren't fantastic. So immediately, John Morant, the Grizzlies, they're selling. Obviously, I would love to get John Morant, but realistically in my head, I just don't see the Grizzlies doing that. And then the Hawks are buying now. And then this one was also came to my head. LaMelo Ball. I mean, we'd probably have the assets to get him. But the thing is, I just don't know if the Hornets are going to be trading LaMelo. I think they have something good going with Brandon Miller, LaMelo, and Mark Williams. Although, you know, LaMelo does have his injury problems. I don't know. But someone who I thought could actually really fill our power forward spot would be Lauri Markkanen on the Jazz. They are selling. And Markkanen shouldn't be too tough to get. Which is why I want to go ahead and line up for Lauri Markkanen if possible. So, obviously, there's always De'Aaron Fox and the Kings if they were willing to reset things. But we're going to start with Lauri Markkanen on the Jazz. I think he'd be a perfect power forward for us to have. Obviously, just came off a season averaging 18 points per game, 41% shooting from three. So, I think he'd be a perfect fit for what we need right now. So, what we're going to do is we are going to be willing to offer. I mean, I guess we don't have much to offer. I guess no one's under contract still. So, I guess we don't really have to offer anything. I guess we could just absorb him in the cap space. So, Evan Fournier's contract will decline that. So this would probably just basically replace that. But let's say we offered 20, 24, and 26. I don't know if they're going to accept this. And then I'll also throw in EJ Liddell for Lauri Markkanen. They agree. So 3 first, EJ Liddell for Lauri Markkanen. Welcome to Utah, my friend. I'm going to move you down to the 4. You're going to play the power forward for us. That way we have you playing the power forward. So we're going to play the 4 for us. That's going to be a great addition to the power forward spot. And then we could probably still choose to resign Joe Val if we want to. Trey Murphy is going to be a nice... I might move Trey Murphy back to the 3 just because he's better there, obviously. But then we're going to figure out what to do with this point guard rotation. So let's go straight to... I guess we still have probably a pick on draft night. We have 27. So let's see what we can get on draft night 27. And we may not be done making more trades because we have a lot of options. So I'm just going to take Bobby Klitman here and call it a day. So welcome to Utah. 6'10", power forward out of Sweden. So, welcome. And we also got Zach Edey in the second round. Player options, Evan Fournier, I'm declining. And then qualifying offers, Emmanuel Quickley, somebody I do want to bring back, and Kyra Lewis. Probably won't be bringing him back. But Emmanuel Quickley, to me, no-brainer. We're going to re-sign him and call it a day. So, Emmanuel Quickley, going to re-sign him. Joe Val, I'm still going to decide on. If he's gone, once we're out of moratorium, that's fine. But I'm going to not renounce him for now. We don't have the bird rights on him, apparently. Let's see if he's still here. He is, or no, that's Tobias Harris. Can I get, I mean, he might be gone now, which is totally fine. Yeah, he's gone, which is all right. Tillman, Olynyk, Isaiah Hartenstein, Andre Drummond are here. So right now, point guard rotation is CJ McCollum, Daniels, Alvarado. We have Ingram, Man Quickly, and Jordan Hawkins. We have Herb Jones. We have Lauri Markkanen and Trey Murphy. Okay, what I want to do is I know for a fact I want to move Trey Murphy to the 3. Like, no brainer, no doubt in my mind. I want him to play the 3 because he's better there. So, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, small forward rotation, great. Ingram Quickly. I want Quickly to be our backup point guard, to be honest with you. So I'm moving to backup point guard. And then Dyson Daniels. I'm not really sure what I want to do with him. At this point, I think I want to trade CJ McCollum. Although he may not regress that much, at least in this share scenario. So right now he's kind of a logjam at the point guard spot, I guess. And then, I mean, yeah, right now our front court rotation isn't great. So I don't know if we trade like Dyson Daniels to get like another... good power forward or whatever, but I'm just gonna go ahead and sign Isaiah Hartenstein to be our backup 5, and he goes to the Rockets. Never mind. And then we'll sign Drummond, I guess. Why not? Give me Andre Drummond. So Andre Drummond will be our backup 5, and then we need to figure out how we're gonna do this. So I guess we might have to slide Trey Murphy down to the 4, or maybe it won't matter. So what we're gonna do is we'll move Dyson Daniels down to the 3, probably. He's going to go up at the 3. So we'll have Daniels play backup 3. And then Murphy pretty much will be playing backup 4 still. So that's how it'll work. It's not all done, but it's a work in progress. So Lauri Markkanen is up. Dyson Daniels is up. Mitch Robinson is up. And then Trey Murphy is up. So that's great. Everyone is going up, which is awesome. Brandon Ingram's still in 84, so did not move too much. I also extended him, by the way. But we are going to probably still need like a number 1 option, in my opinion. I don't think we have the number 1 option yet. I think Markkanen and Ingram are great like 2 and 3 options, but I don't know if I could ever trust them to be like the number 1 guys on championship teams, which is why we're totally not done making a trade. At the deadline, I think we get our point guard. I think we get our point guard, whoever that may be. We have so much depth at this point that I think we can afford to do it. So we're going to move this to a balanced rotation, by the way. But this is what it'll look like. So CJ, Ingram, Dyson Daniels is going to start. Lauri Markkanen, Mitch Robinson, Emmanuel Quickley, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and Jordan Hawkins. And that looks good to me. So I'm fine with that. Drummond's not even getting minutes. So right now we have no backup 5, I guess, which is whatever. But CJ McCollum, we have his contract. We have some other contracts we can throw together. I'm looking to get a point guard who I believe can be the #1 option on this team. So that's probably what I'm going to be looking for at the deadline. We'll see if that opens up for us. At the deadline, we are 33-18, and things are going fairly well this season. As I told you guys, I don't believe in Ingram and Markkanen to be the guys in the playoffs. So what we're going to do is we're going to be making a trade for a point guard. Now, we have a bunch of options here, though. I have to check something out because I'm not sure how valuable my picks are, but they may not be valuable at all. So I don't have any like valuable picks at the moment, it looks like, anyway. So yeah, nothing too crazy here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to check around the league, and I went ahead and took a look already. So this is what we got. So right now there's actually a bunch of options. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of good options. So first and foremost, Cade Cunningham. They're rebuilding, although they're the 3rd seed, so I'll probably stay away from that. Let's skip around here and go straight to next team. Another team that I think would be interesting is Scoot. Just because Scoot obviously is shown some moments as of late for Portland, but it's clear to me that Sharp and Simons are the better guards, at least for now. Don't know if that'll change. So we'll see what they decide to do that and do with that, if they ever do something about that. But skipping that, here is our next option. So next is going to be Trae Young. They're rebuilding. Obviously, I can see the Hawks very well, you know, making a trade and moving on from Trae. So I think he makes a bunch of sense here. LaMelo, of course, is someone who I've brought up. They're 16-34. Maybe LaMelo would be tired of being so bad, so we could definitely bark up that tree. De'Aaron Fox is also an option. And then another interesting option is Luka Doncic on the Mavericks. They're selling and not very good right now. And then last but certainly not least, Halliburton, but I'll probably stay away from that. So I don't know which one I want to start with. I feel like Luka Doncic would obviously be a dream, and I don't think I have the assets to do it, but I guess we could give it a shot if we wanted to. Luka Doncic could be our, you know, I mean, I guess if he were to ever ask out, New Orleans could have the assets for it, 23 points per game. But I just don't, I don't know. I'm leaning towards either Fox, LaMelo, or, you know, obviously Trae Young is the most realistic option. So Fox, obviously, I think could be very realistic, and he's not hard to get either. So I think he could definitely be the #1 guy next to Ingram and Markkanen. I think that'd be a really nice trio. LaMelo obviously could do the same thing, or even Trae Young. But I'm gonna start with Fox because I know Fox is really easy to get, and they're bad. So he has 2 years left in his deal. He's only averaging 18 points per game this year, though, which is quite surprising. Not really sure why that's the case. So maybe we stay away from that. Not sure why he's only averaging 28. LaMelo, on the other hand, if we take a look at him and see what he's doing, he's averaging 18. So scoring is just down across the board, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on here. Trae Young's averaging 23. So right now, Trae Young would be the best player to get. I feel like Trae Young wouldn't be bad, but I also feel like 2K hates Trae Young, which is why I'm a little nervous to get him. But I am going to go ahead and settle on De'Aaron Fox. I think De'Aaron Fox would be perfect. So Steve McCollum. And then I'm willing to also offer one of my young players, like either Quickly, Dyson Daniels, or even Trey Murphy if I have to. So right now, we need to get rid of. And then Hawkins, I'm going to keep Alvarado. I'll throw Alvarado in the trade. And I'll also throw Trey Murphy in the trade. So something like this. Then you give me Slauson, I guess. And then also maybe Duarte. So something like that. And then McCollum, Alvarado, and Trey Murphy head to Sacramento. We send our 2025 pick. This 2026 Knicks picks, and this 2028 Knicks pick. So you get to control the Knicks' future while we get De'Aaron Fox to be our lead guard to help us go contend. See what they say about this. They actually disagree to that. Very, very surprised by that. Okay, so I guess if we can't get De'Aaron Fox, then let's try LaMelo. Let's just try LaMelo Ball first. So obviously that's going to be illegal. So they're going to say no at first. Give me Leaky Black. What do you say to this? They disagree. So far I'm quite surprised that people are disagreeing. So maybe that pick isn't valuable enough. Let's say it's this pick instead. Not gonna agree. Let's go back to the Kings and let's see if they change their mind now that we have another pick on the table. So Slauson again, and then it was what, McGee? I guess we can try McGee instead. They agree. So we get De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is the guy for us. So just like that, we have De'Aaron Fox as our lead guard with Ingram, Daniels, Markkanen, Mitch Robinson, Emmanuel Quickly, Herb Jones, Jordan Hawkins, Andre Drummond. Looks perfect to me. Very ecstatic about the De'Aaron Fox addition. Also want to make sure he's about to go score a bunch because obviously I want him to be the guy. So we're going to move the shot density up to 98. But hopefully this big three can go cause some damage. The Dyson Daniels wins Most Improved Player, which is really cool to see since he started the 3 this year. But obviously, I don't think we have any All-NBA representatives, but maybe we do. Let's see. And we do not. So offensive first team, offensive second team, nobody there. Donovan Klingen. Oh, actually, we have Klitman, not Klingen. So, but Gordon Hayward's on our roster. Interesting. But regardless, we are the first seed in the West. Wow, we actually climbed the standings like that. Wow, 51-31. Okay. But here is your. They want to start Drummond over Mitch Robinson. I don't think I'm willing to do that. So let's not get weird like that, please. I don't know why we're even going to consider something like that. So quickly, Mitch Robinson will go something like this again. So, all right. Round one, let's see what we get. And let's take a look at the player stats, of course, as well. So player stats, he had 20.5 from Ingram, 19, and then 19. So round one, we draw the Warriors. So Warriors, of course, Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Kuminga, and then is Draymond Green still here? I don't know what happened last night, but the man like punched Nurkic and said it wasn't intentional. It was so weird. Like, I don't know what he was intending to do, but regardless, somebody current round. Hopefully don't get bounced by them in round one, and we are going to get bounced in round one, bro. My luck in 2K has been absolutely absurd lately, man. It has not been good at all. Like, on the opposite. Like, I'm not even saying my luck has been good. It's been terrible, bro. Like, I think I'm on a rut right now, and I'm not really sure why. I just keep getting beat by 8 seeds. Like, it's happened, like, every time. It's kind of weird, but you know what? I won't give up yet, obviously. We're only in the 3rd season now. But, I mean, I think I'm going to just run this lineup back. I mean, I can't imagine that's going to happen very often where we get beat by the 8th seed. Like, that sounds kind of crazy. So, what we're going to do is fill out this coaching staff and then, obviously, maybe get a better backup 5. That might not be the worst thing in the world either. So, let's go ahead and do just that. So, let's go straight past the draft because I'm pretty sure we don't have any picks. Maybe we do. I don't know. But I'm not even worried if we did. So, no picks. Player options. Zach Edey, I'll accept. Qualifying offers. We have Slauson. Not even worried about him. Free agency. I know Markkanen's going to be here, so I'm just going to go and re-sign him. We sign Lauri Markkanen. And then I want a better backup 5 if possible. And that's going to be possible. So Capella is here. And give me Capella. Easily. And we can't get him, apparently. I don't know what happened. So, Adams, Looney, Drummond. Like, these guys are still good options. I'll sign Kevon Looney. So, Kevon Looney. We can sign, like, Ben Simmons be our backup point guard. But I don't think we need that. So, quickly backup point guard. Jordan Hawkins backup 2, Herb Jones backup 3, Klintman, and then yeah, so we're good. Full rotation. Let's go to player progression and let's see what's looking like here. So we have Fox 80 or 91, 86, 85, 83, 82, 79. So all looking very good. We're going to next season, hoping that this is our year. We got the 1st seed last year. Unfortunately, got bounced in round 1. That was really disappointing. But I think this year could be our year. I think it really could be. So power rankings analyst 10th overall. Proficiency is 4.5. What more could you possibly want? Fox, Ingram, Daniels, Lauri Markkanen, Rob, quickly Herb Jones, Hawkins, and Looney. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. All right, so at the end of this season, we actually ended up winning 60 games. So I can only hope and pray that this is the year we win a championship. I need out of this rut, man. I really do. So let's take a look at the player stats and let's see how it finished out. So we had 21 from Fox taken over, which is great. 19, 19, which is kind of what I expect. I expect this 3 to obviously all be very in the high scoring numbers. But round 1. We got bounced by the 8th seed last year. If we get bounced again here, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. But Portland, okay, we're down 2-0 to start things off. And we're going to beat them in 6. Okay, we did not get bounced in round 1. That's a great sign. Almost did, though. And now we get to play the Lakers. Sorry. They have OG, Russell, Anthony Davis. So no longer LeBron James. Instead, it's OG and D'Lo. And then, obviously AD. So not a bad team, but I think we're better. I believe anyway, but it is the Lakers, and I always lose to them, it feels like. So somebody current round against them, and we are going to be in an even series with them. 3-2, and we're going to a game 7. So game 7 in New Orleans. They want to fix our rotation. Let's see what they want to do. Okay. Game 7. Nola, let's see if we can come out here and win this game, please. Please don't lose. Let's get to the conference finals. Come on. Wake up. Wake up. And no, we're going to lose. So, man, I just cannot get a break in 2K. I just can't. It just has not happened. All right. Well, I mean, Knicks, Lakers, and the Knicks are going to go on and win the championship. So, and is that Zion still there? He is. He's off the bench for them. TJ McConnell's a starting point guard. All right. We're going 1 more year on this rebuild. So, I need to go ahead and... What offseason are we in? We're in 2026. So, I'm going to load a draft class because I kind of skipped it. With all the confidence in the world, we were about to go win a championship. That's obviously was not the case. All right. I think we got to go all out. I mean, like, I got to break this rut. It's just too much for me. So, we're going to go all out here. And let's see what's going to happen. So, as far as any picks are concerned, Bucks via New Orleans. So, we don't got anything going on here. staff signing. We have, actually, I guess we can get a really good head coach as well. That might help. So I'm going to go ahead and get Tyronn Lue to be my head coach. We'll sign Tyronn Lue. He's got great ratings in 2K, which is what we want. And then we'll sign Zach Wall, and then we'll get a big man coach. I think the only thing I'm looking to do this offseason is maybe upgrade our center position. If that's like what it takes, then I'm willing to do it. Like, I just want to go win a damn ring, man. So I'm going to sign these guys. Okay, get one of the two, or one of the three, I should say. And then we'll fill this out. And I'll see you guys with potentially a trade to get a big man, because I'm over this. So I'm going for Jarrett Allen on the Cavaliers. We're taking Bobby Klitman and Elijah Fisher and Mitch Robinson for Jarrett Allen. They're going to disagree to that right away. I'm just looking to go win a championship. I don't even care what this costs. I just want Jarrett Allen on my team. So they're still not going to agree to it, though, so far. I'll offer second, and that might be a little too pricey. But at this point, I'm just willing to break. Okay, never mind. We're not getting Jarrett Allen, I guess. So Jarrett Allen's not happening. Another center I was looking at was on the Spurs, and it's obviously not going to be Victor Wembanyama, as cool as that would be. But I was looking at Nicholas Claxton as well. Just a little bit of an upgrade over, I mean, Miles Turner obviously would be cool as well. He's still on the, he's actually on the Pistons now. 11 points, 6 rebounds. Wouldn't mind Miles Turner, but I'm going to go for, I think I might have passed him, Claxton. Let's see if we can get Claxton, who's on the Spurs. So this might be a little too much, but let's say we did this. They agree. So we get Claxton. I don't know how much of an upgrade that's going to be, but we'll take the upgrade nonetheless. So we'll take it, and now it's just simply time to re-sign our guys and call it good. So Daniels, welcome to the team. Just came. The Bucks are going to offer him a contract. We're going to match it, of course. So get Dyson Daniels back, which is great. And then is there anything else we need to do? So we have backup point guard, backup 2, backup 3. We have a 9-man rotation. I guess I can sign a power forward. We should be good. So give me Tari Eason all day. I'm not even sure why he's here. That's crazy. So goes to the Spurs. Never mind. All right. PJ Washington. Sure. Why not? Give me PJ. Maybe. Boom. Okay. Let's get it next year. Let this be our year, man. Let this be our year. We brought in Claxton as an upgrade to 5. If this ain't it, then I give up, man. But hopefully this is it. This season, we get this second seed in the West, as the Thunder have probably kept growing better and better. But here is your final stats: 20, 18, 17, 14, 13, and 13. And then we ended up finishing 54 and 28. So here goes nothing. Clippers in round 1. Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Christian Brown, Osman, and Jaren Jackson. So pretty nice big 3 that the Clippers have assembled here, but hopefully it's not good enough to beat us, and we are going to beat them in 6. I thought we were getting bounced in round 1 again. So Dallas in round 2, they got Luka, Jimmy Butler now, Grant Williams, Derek Lively, Kobe White, Dorian Finney-Smith is back, somebody current round against them, and we are going to beat them in 6. Okay, for the first time, we've gotten to the conference finals, but unfortunately for us, we have to play the Thunder. I'm going to live and die by someone in current round. So let's see if it goes in our favor. And we are going to beat them. Wow. Okay. We might be breaking the rut here, man. All we got to do is beat the Magic. That's it. It's that simple. Anthony Black, Josh Giddey, Franz Wagner, Jet Howard, and Paulo. I'm going to live and die again by someone in current round. Can we break the rut that I am in? And we are going to do it in 7. Let's go. Finally, man. 2K has finally rewarded me with a championship. It took a little bit. It might have been like 3 videos, I feel like, that I have gotten one. So I'm feeling good. On top of the world now. I won a championship. It's like one of the easiest things to do in 2K, but obviously I can never do it for whatever reason. But hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. Thank you guys for watching as always. Greatly appreciate it. I'll see you on the next video. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.